In the book, Never Work Harder Than Your Students, Robin Jackson writes about expectations of students' performance. When discussing team building, either in the classroom or at the building level, it might be important to look at expectations as a result of our beliefs about how likely something will happen with how much we value what we hope will happen. From research and experience, most people believe team building is important regardless of how possible they think it is. We think the value of team building and positive interaction of people is worth a lot. That is why we are doing this presentation. We hope you value it, and that is why you are here. The next step is to examine expectations, whether it is achievement in the classroom or the belief we can build a strong team among our students or our coworkers. We come with differing thoughts. We look at our students or faculty and think of people who will be resistant. We talk ourselves out of working towards it because of possible obstacles, be it attitudes or time. However, we need to get a new view. That is, it isn't the expectations for our students or our staff. It is the expectation of us. In a Greek myth recorded by Ovid, a sculptor creates a work of art so beautiful that he falls in love with this item of his creating. He kisses the sculpture and buys it presents and loves it as if it were a human female. What is important to note is that the sculptor in this tale falls in love with what he created. He was in love with his talent. Similarly, if you have read Pygmalion or have seen My Fair Lady, you know that Professor Henry Higgins makes a bet that he can take a girl off the streets, a poor flower girl with a heavy, unflattering accent, and pass her off as a fine lady at an embassy ball. He then goes about working on her speech and training her, and in the end, he wins his bet. Certainly, Professor Higgins was faced with obstacles of all sorts, and it wasn't Eliza Doolittle, the poor flower girl, that inspired him. He believed so much in the value of speech and language and his talent to teach it that he went forth with confidence, not with high expectations for Eliza, but rather high expectations in himself. So, we want to encourage you to put an I in the team. We want each of you to work on the belief that positive student interaction or strong community in your school is possible. Not obstacle-free, but possible, and that it will be successful because of the belief in your ability to make it happen. So, begin by believing it is of enough value to begin the process, and then you start small. The sculpture wasn't carved with one sitting. Eliza Doolittle wasn't passed off at the ball with one lesson. But the chisel was first hit, and Eliza recited, "The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain." That was the beginning, and then value in the task and belief in their ability to make masterpieces continued the rest. So our goal today is that you have just one takeaway. Take one thing back to your classroom or faculty and try it. Someone has to start it, and someone has to put the I in the team building. Then, in another day or another faculty meeting, try something else. Get people engaged, focus on communication and interaction, and begin building your team.